What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome back to another episode of the Levante Career Mode. We are getting deep into this season now with a simulation against Deportivo Alaves, a 3-2 win against a side that is currently near to the bottom of the table, or if not actually at the bottom. I know they're not doing well this season. A few simulations and then we will get on to some games. We are now heading into the January transfer window also, as we can see we're late into December here. Not many signings are going to be made, if any, if all in honesty. Saying that I will be losing some players if I'm not to sign anyone up. Heaton, Handanovic, Bakari. Bakari will probably go on a pre-contract. I'm not too fussed. Muriel maybe, but yes, it all depends in all honesty. Loan offer for Kai Stacey after that decent performance against Fiorentina with that amazing goal that he scored. Has got a loan offer to go elsewhere and get some more experience and game time. So it's good to see that that actually did work. So I wouldn't have felt like I would have got another loan offer for him without using him that time. Second simulation against Real Valencia, 2-1 win with Williams and Pepe getting on the score sheet. Not an intriguing game it looks like, and one that we edged out in the end. Confirmation of Kai Stacey going off their 6-month deal. He'll be back at the end of the season. See what interesting kind of stats that he gets after doing so. Another outgoing is Bakari. As I said, I thought he would sign a pre-contract somewhere else. We have him for the rest of the season, but he will be off to the other Spanish side, Real Zaragoza, if I'm saying that right. So he will be off. He's been with us for quite a while as well. So yeah, one to let go, but I don't feel like we need him anymore. On to bigger and better things now against our next game, and that would be against the Giants Barcelona. Massive game ahead of us, and you know what kind of fixtures we've had against these lot in the past. Some intriguing games with some high scoring ones at the same time. With that being said, we have Kevin Trapp in goal, with our back four being Gomez, Conti, Diallo and Williams. Our midfield three was Koke, Shirky and Papayou, and then we have the front three of Pepe, Colomani and Nusa. Personally, I feel like this is my strongest side that I can actually field, and I really enjoy using these set of players. I feel like they work best. Saying that, Barcelona did start really well here. A goal that was put in the back of the net by Dembele, but unfortunately was ruled offside. A real good bit of play there, and they play off the back of that a few minutes later with Ferran Torres getting in. Tries to square it for the open goal to be scored, but unfortunately for them that wasn't to be. But even better for them, and who was it? Of course it was Ferran Torres. If you are not new to the channel and you have watched different videos of me playing against Barcelona, you will realise that I despise Ferran Torres. But purely, not as a person in real life, but in FIFA, he haunts me every time. I'd get a goal, lovely jubbly. Pepe coming back though, literally not so long after they scored whatsoever, and Pepe gets the goal. Really good a bit of play, straight on the counter-attack, a nice ball across the face of the box. Just a little bit of a push to Pepe, and luckily he puts it in the back of the net. After this, we gained a lot of momentum with Pepe getting on the ball again. He is working wonders this season. A massive over-the-top ball with Colomani onside, and he smashes the back of the net. 2-1 in the 28th minute, and we are seeing ourselves in a much better position compared to the start of the game. Brilliant bit of play. Pepe and Colomani linking up absolutely wonderfully this game. Such a kind of precise ball. Just falls to him so well, and the touch kind of dead balls it, and he finds the back of the net. 30th minute, and we've got a bit of pressure here from Vlalic, if I'm saying that right. He's actually the top goal scorer, but he wasn't able to find the back of the net at this point onwards. He did have a few chances in the end. Gomez getting stuck in, showing Ferran Torres who he is, as a nice through ball to Pepe, now making himself nice and available for this game. Such a kind of good player in the positions that he was getting in. Squares it over to Colomani, and he absolutely smashes it. Breaks the net if more than anything. Brilliant goal from Colomani as he celebrates in jubilant fashion in front of the Levante fans. Brilliant goal from Colomani, the way he makes himself available. Pepe getting in the brilliant bit of space, and he absolutely smashes it. You couldn't hit any more power on that if you tried. With that being said, in the second half we wanted to make a few substitutions just to freshen the side up and make sure that we keep this result. We do not want to happen what happened at Real Madrid. Colomani getting on the ball in the 63rd minute. He takes it away from his defender, and he does what he does best, and he finds the back of the net. Brilliant performance from the Frenchman, and he is definitely growing into be an elite player. He's not one of those that you think, oh yeah, he's been good or anything. He is becoming at that elite level, and I could possibly say that it'd be world class. After scoring that goal, that was his hat-trick, so I thought it was only right to put Anthony Martial on and get him some well-earned minutes. I wanted to make only one substitution, but I thought about it and I took Koke off of Vargas also. Nothing really happened in the game after that. We felt really comfortable, passing it about amongst ourselves and just really feeling good in the game. Ceballos came on as a substitute, and unfortunately for him it wasn't to be, but he was one-on-one with the keeper, takes his time and maybe kind of fluffs his lines too much in that way, and it wasn't to be, but we're not looking at that, we're not criticising him, we are praising one man though, and that is Kolo Muani. 3 attempts, 3 goals, and we come away from our home ground 4-1 to the good against the Giants Barcelona. A little bit of transfer news now, and Marc Pubil, a player that has been on loan for numerous seasons. He actually was a Levante player, or is, sorry. But yeah, we do look to sell him with a decent profit, so the loans have definitely worked out. I wouldn't have got 7 million for when I first had him. So he is gone, and that is a part of the club that has gone now. Now a massive game. We love a derby day, and it is against the Giants, Valencia. We have proved to be so good against this lot when we've played them. This is definitely a massive game, and it'll be interesting to see what they kind of field and how they approach the game. With that being said, we have got Villarreal in the Super Copa next game, so I wanted to kind of rest some players. Trapp, Gallardo, Ndombele, Kolasinac and Sriracha. Lavia, Scott and Vargas make the midfield 3, and then the front 3 was Isuaku, Martial and Ceballos. Complete rotation compared to the game against Barcelona, and I'm not too sure if this was going to backfire on me. I start the game not so bad with Isuaku getting on the ball there. Makes a nice run, passing it into the box. Romeo Lavia shoots, but he hits the post. Ricochets back to Ceballos, but unfortunately a heavy touch sees it go out for a goal kick. 12th minute now, and Valencia are getting on the ball. Simon passes a nice ball to Pavlidivas, passes the ball nicely back to him. Nice bit of shimmy against the defender, and unfortunately for us, we are 1-0 down in the derby, and this is a massive blow to our hopes. I was really starting to question our lineup with the kind of performances that we was getting in this, and it felt really kind of shaky and very kind of unreliable. And that was kind of confirming myself also with a 2-0 now. Pavlidivas getting on the score sheet and proving to be such a menace in front of goal. I tried to get back straight afterwards with Martial getting on the ball, trying to get a shot off, but Mendy makes himself really big and he palms the ball out for a corner. Tried to whip it in with Isuaku, finding a decent man in the box. Clears out only as far as Scott as he picks up the ball. He finds Kolasinac trying to pass it out, but he runs into a few players, but the referee says it's a free kick. Alex Scott will take this one as he tries to bend it into the top, but it does hit the wall. Rebounds straight out to him, and he hits it really well in terms of the power and the idea. The execution just wasn't there at all. Felt really kind of like I was struggling to get any sort of shot off and do anything in this game. As you can see here, I was coming close, but I wasn't having that final edge to be able to score the goal. Mendy takes a goal kick with a nice bit of clearance from Kolasinac, heading the ball up high into the pitch. He finds Anthony Martial, who hits it first time, and we find ourselves a little bit of a glimmer of hope as we get a little bit into the game now. Only a 1-goal deficit splits myself and Valencia, and that leads us into the second half. I felt like some poor performances, and I needed to make some substitutions to get a bit of a better win out of this. I needed to win this. I wanted to beat the Valencia, just purely because it's a derby as well at the end of the day. It has even more motivation to beat this sort of side, and I definitely don't want to be losing at home to them. 57th minute here, and Isuaku was found by a nice bit of play. He whips it in straight away, and Anthony Martial scores. But it's not to be. It is offside. A real good bit of play, and I thought that was it, but it wasn't to be, and we have to carry on. Not so long after that, we do a little bit of defending here with Ndombele clearing his lines. He finds a nice bit of pass into the midfield that's later on gone to Afif. Afif 1-2s with Martial, and he makes a burst into the box, and he finds the back of the net on his left foot, straight across goal into the bottom corner, and we have 30 minutes now to get all 3 points as we find ourselves 2-2 in this tie. Unbelievable game game this has been so far, and a much better start to the second half. They kept coming at me though, I'll give them that. They had so many chances. Kevin Trapp saving at his near post there, putting his hands up to wonder where his defenders was. And I felt after that I needed to make some more changes. Papayu coming on, Kolo Mani coming on, and I freshened that attack and midfield up, hoping that it might get me the 3 points. A corner here, and it comes out to one of them, and unfortunately Trapp does save for them, but an unbelievable save. He should have been scoring that. I'm talking about goals that you should be scoring. One-on-one, Pavlidivas, the player that has been phenomenal for Valencia. Of all players you think that we fell to as well, you would have thought he would have scored it, but just wasn't to be, and Kevin Trapp just is pulling out all the stops there, putting so many shots behind for a corner. We do manage to get the ball in the midfield, literally with only 10 minutes to spare, with so much pressure being on from the last kind of 10-20 minutes. A nice ball found out to Kolo Mani, and he's got the freshness, he's got the pace, and he finds the back of the net to make it 3-2 in the derby with only 10 minutes to spare. This has been an unbelievable turnaround in this fixture, and a kind of thing that I never expected to even be 2-0 down, but then to get it back to 3-2 in one half was an unbelievable turnaround for us. We see the game out nicely, in all honesty. Our fifth will be able to get on the ball, passes over to Kolo Mani, and he does what he does best, and he puts it in the back of the net, wheeling away in celebration as we find ourselves 4-2 up with only a minute to spare, and we have definitely showed Valencia who's the boss and who is the king of the derby. We have been so strong against Valencia, like I've said in previous times and this episode. We have to have that little step up where we are in front of this lot, and we've always got that kind of trademark of us being the better team out of the two, and we always know we're going to be superior above these giants Valencia. I mean, they're not a small team either, so to come in, they've got some signings that they've made, Mendy and different ones, so but that does get us over the line. That being said, a full time, and we do win it 4-2. Another game where we have scored 4 goals, and we are seeming to dominate La Liga now, with proving to be such a menace. Going in after that game, Mark Pubil leaving at the Levante headquarters, and that will be the final time and he leaves the Levante door. 7.6 million that we gained from Brighton, and De Zebri has got himself a new right back. Now, a different kind of fixture that I haven't played before, the Super Copa. I need to look into more of it for why we're in it. I can only assume it's because we have won the Liga. This is a massive game for us because if you wasn't to know, Villarreal is also a derby for us. We haven't played them against as much, in terms of where they've been in the table. They've been lower down, so I have simulated it a lot, but this is a derby in a massive fixture, so this will be interesting to see what this turns out to be. And so we have the semi-finals that we're in now, and I do believe Atletico and Barcelona are in the final, so whoever wins out of them two, and if we win, we then proceed to that next round. So yeah, it'll be really interesting. A rainy time at night in Valencia, and this is a huge one that is going to be untailing. As I say, I don't know much about the competition, but I'm very eager to win it. Our cup kind of run hasn't been the best in times. We've reached kind of high points in the competition, and I hope to do better in the Copa del Rey this season. But we do field a strong side with us wanting to win. Kevin Trapp in goal. We have Williams, Diallo, Conti and Gomez with your back 4. Papayu, Koke as your midfield 2 with Cherki in front. And then your midfield front three with Afif, Kolo Mani and Pepe. Real strong side, I'd say, similar to what I really like playing. Not many kind of changes that I would have to a full side. A nice clearance from Papayu trying to intercept the ball there. Over the top to Cherki, and he dinks it in. Brilliant composure from the Frenchman, as the way he kind of touches it with his left, but as you see in the highlights here, he hits it with his right. Unbelievable to have that time. I mean, he doesn't have much time whatsoever. You see the keeper approaching him. He's got to make or break, and he's dinked it past him, and the keeper can only look behind him to see the ball rolling in the back of the net, meaning we are 1-0 up. Villarreal do come us after that, 22 minutes in, and Trapp has to make a save. Luckily for us, it doesn't fall to a man in yellow, and we do clear the ball, getting the ball up the pitch. Kolo Mani getting on the ball there, putting a nice ball to Cherki. Afif finds himself in a bit of space with a 1-2 with Kolo Mani, making the run, and he wallops it into the back of the net, leaving the keeper dazed as it flies into the top corner. And as he poses with his teammates with Pepe, Afif and Papayu, he's definitely doing it in style with his Levante career. And what a first season this man is having. Such confidence to hit it first time on his right foot and absolutely muller it into the back of the net. 38 minutes here, and we seem to have come a little bit of pressure there, passing it in from the wing, and they nearly volley it with Conti making a kind of block, making himself big, and luckily for us, he is able to clear it. early into the second half, and Villarreal make a really good start. One touch passing as they literally, I don't even know what happened. They move it so quick and they just have a nice shot outside the box and they kind of just make a chance out of it, and the chance they do take, in all honesty, really good goal from them. Get himself a little bit back into the game, but after that we just felt like we needed to completely take it over and just attack. We didn't score from it, but we do actually get a penalty. Kind of passing the ball from outside the box, and we do get an inroad with Colemani. We just try to turn the man, and unfortunately for him, he does clatter him completely. In all honesty though, he does get the ball at the same time. So has Colemani run into him? I'm not too sure, but it's a penalty in it for us, and we do find ourselves in a position to be able to extend our lead, and go 3-1 up. This is going to be massive to be able to put ourselves basically into the final of the Super Copa as we take our time and we Panenka it into the middle of the goal, making it 3-1. Absolute full of confidence this man is, to be able to do that on this sort of stage and just dink it in there with the keeper going to his left. And yeah, we do find ourselves 3-1 up. Unbelievable stuff. We seem to do even better. 66th minute here, we make some substitutions, Nusa being one of them, and what a hit, son. Unbelievable stuff from Nusa. I can honestly say that might be goal of the season. I don't think anything else is actually going to top that. Brilliant goal from the young Norwegian. The way he just takes his time, makes a little bit of passing here between them three, and he just literally wallops it. But the accuracy, you see how he zooms in here, and the way he hits it, he knows he's destined for that bottom corner, swerves, and the keeper has no chance, and we make 4-1 now. Unbelievable stuff. Muriel even wants to make it 5, and he does have a chance. We get another penalty, 2 penalties in one game. This is turning out to be a horror performance from the Villarreal defence as they look to go even further behind in this cup tie, seeing us cruise to the final as we look forward to see who our opponents may be. The Villarreal manager with his hands on his hips, wondering what has happened in this rainy night in Spain, as the fans wait in anticipation for Luis Muriel to come and take the penalty, making sure that he is the best man suited for it, as he looks to step up, wondering where he will go this time, and he smashes it into the corner, left hand side being the keeper's right, and he finds the back of the net, wheeling away in celebration, and that is now 5-1 in the 71st minute. Absolutely cruising to the final, and this has been an unbelievable performance. This has probably been one of the best run of games we've had in a long time in terms of the goals we've scored and the performances we're displaying. The fans celebrate as they go on to the final now, so this is our actual first final that we're going into, and it is going to be a big one whoever we play. The manager's clapping the players and the fans, and they definitely deserve it. Brilliant performances even from the substitutes, being Nusa and Muriel both getting on the score sheet. All round brilliant defending and even better attack. As I say, we are facing to be such a superior side, and another Derby Day win in the Cup. As we look to the Liga table now, we have played 20, we have won 16, we have drawn 2, and we have lost 2. We're on 50 points, 2 points in front of Atletico Madrid, and there's a bit more of a gap between us with Barcelona, Real Madrid, and then it goes Celta Vigo on 38, so they're a fair bit behind. They're 12 points behind at the moment, so to be honest, the actual real looking at of it is probably the top 4, but even closer I'd say Atletico Madrid, so it's facing to be a real good kind of going into January now, so there's definitely more stiff competition as we go further on into the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.